My mum is still in the hospital, but she's doing okay. Spoke to her briefly. Her battery's running out on her phone. My dad's upstairs having some breakfast. How lovely is this, eh? I wanted to do another prayer for all the people in hospital. So I sort of prayed briefly about it last night. And it's real scary when your family are in hospital and stuff. And when I'm there, I always think, okay, I can walk around praying for them. You know, does it make a difference? Can it make a difference? I hope it can make a difference. I hope it can make a difference. I hope this stuff's true, you know, and that can really actually do something. Because otherwise, I think to a lot of people, it just seems like, what are you doing? Comforting yourself, you know, and you're not actually doing any good for people. You want to do good for people, learn to be a doctor or a nurse or something. But if it's true, and if prayer is real, if Christianity is true, then it might be of actual real help. There might be genuinely spiritual stuff going on around these people and different types of beings and different, you know, angels and nasty things, and you might be actually helping just by walking around and praying for them. But the way I pray for people, a lot of it is about just seeing them well. Can I see this person well? Can I see him happy? Can I see him full of peace and goodness and virtue and happiness? Because I sort of see virtue as like an evolution of our state, you know. I don't see it as a sort of an imposition of some way of living. I just see it as us working efficiently, like a blossoming tree, you know, is full of life. I see someone full of virtue as blossoming. That's what a blossoming human looks like, you know, generous and peaceful and patient and kind and, you know, honest and, you know, full of compassion. And I think that's sort of the natural, healthy state for a human, you know. Like when you see a tree blossoming, I think that person is going to be having a great experience of life. You know, it's not like just be moral just because, you know, it's good to be moral and I told you to, well, I said so you be moral. It's a description of, I think, the way I see it, someone who's functioning well. And as a result of that, that person, whilst also doing great good and being a wonderful blessing to everyone else, is going to be experiencing an amazing experience of life. Because you're blossoming. There's more life flowing through you. Just more life. So, anyhow, so there we are. So, again, for all those people who are in hospital and for all the people around them, see, that's it. So when I pray for health, it's like a blossoming of the health, the physical health of that person's experience of life. So joy, and it's a pleasant life, a pleasurable life. People link sort of pleasure to vices and things, and you've got to, you know, and then it comes up with that idea that you've got to get away from that. And so I think there's also, you know, in the blossoming and in living really well and in having all that life in you, it's enjoyable. You know? That's the hope, right? This is not something we do because we have to do it. You're not going to like it, but you better do it. You've got to do it, all right? Or else God's going to be unhappy. It's, I think, a description of our most enjoyable state. Anyhow, so for all those people who are in hospital, for all the people who are around them, I pray for real blessings and real blossoming in them, in the patients, in all the people looking after them, in everyone who comes in contact with them, in the wards, in all the delivery drivers, everyone hanging around outside, all these people who have no one to pray for them or don't even think about prayer or whatever. I ask you, Holy Spirit, to touch them in some way and just give them some good thoughts, console them, comfort them, put them a bit at peace, reassure them, give everyone the joy of work today, because work can be really tiring. But when you're fueled by enthusiasm and inspiration, it becomes less tiring, and it becomes do you know what I mean? The same thing becomes enjoyable. That's what virtue does. That's what the Spirit of God does. It just makes things, gives them life. You know, makes them enjoyable, makes them so that at the end of the day you think, oh, that's great, I'm pleased with what I did. Oh, there's people doing, I don't know what they're doing, stretching. Anyhow, I don't want to disturb them, but yeah, that's my prayer for today. I hope you're well. I hope your day is full of virtue and peace and life and blossoming. And Father, Son, Holy Spirit. All right, I'm going to carry on walking little Pushka. There she is. Walking the park. There's this in the middle. It's called Kennedy Grove. This bit named after the president, John F. Kennedy, the American one who got assassinated. There we are. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. John F. Kennedy. There we are. That's nice, isn't it? Sort of serving the community. Right, we're going up here. See you later, guys.